What's going on, football fans? Hope you enjoyed the first videos on Devontae Smith and Jordan Mailata. Now we get to the big guy. We get to Jalen Hurts in his fifth start in the NFL, and he did a tremendous job. We're going to go through every play, going to see if he missed some open guys. We're also going to go through some of the concept that Nick Sirianni presented to him, see what Hurts has to be keying on, and how well he commanded the offense. I think he did a good job. Just to spoil a little bit, still some more things to work on. Let's get right to it. First play of Hurts Day I want to go through is this one here. It's play action for the Eagles, and they have two combination of routes that we're going to go through here. The first one is a wheel route from the inside receiver. The other one is a post from the number one receiver. This is a really good setup if you have a zone coverage where the flat defender isn't respecting the rules of carrying the flat guy deep or anything flat deep. But Falcons play this really well. So the flat guy is this dude right here, and he's going to follow the slot receiver really nicely as he's coming up on the wheel there. If he doesn't, then that becomes open because the number one receiver on the post is going to clear off the outside cornerback. Then you have the two crossers here from two tight ends. That is your man beater if if they're coming out playing man, and also if you're finding in the zone, as we'll see in this play. So as Hurts takes the snap here from play action, gets a little bit of pressure to the inside with Lane Johnson. Nobody really open at that point. He wants to key here to Dallas Goedert, who is getting covered there by at that time. Zach Ertz is coming across the middle here. He thinks he's open, but Hurts does a good job of keying that the linebacker here is going to float to that side, so you don't want to throw that one. These two dudes are covered, so he does a good makes a good decision of throwing this to Dallas Goedert, puts it in a good position for him to get the first down. Here we actually get to see that happen where the flat defender has to make a decision, and Nick Sirianni does a good job here of scheming his receivers open and forcing the zone defender to make a decision. So you have the two tight ends set up here at the top. Outside tight end Dallas Goedert is going to be running deep, sort of like a post route here, and you have Zach Ertz. He's going to come on an outside on an out and up, and then you have the running back going into the flat. So Falcons are playing cover three, and you have the flat defender here, number 6. He does a terrible job. And then you have the outside cornerback. The outside corner, of course, is going to follow Dallas Goedert as this is going deep. And what you're going to want then is the flat defender here to notice to key on Zach Ertz as he's coming outside here and follow him down the field. And you want this guy, it becomes tricky for the defense. So this is a good setup. You want this guy to follow over here and flow over here. Notice that everything is disappearing, and then come up here and help on the running back. This guy doesn't really cover anything. But he's likely keying on the running back here and not getting too deep, so Hurts would have the check down in that situation, and Hurts puts the ball on Zach Ertz. You could argue you want that to be a little bit further ahead of him so he can just catch and run, but it's a good play regardless. I mean, it's the right key. This is the touchdown play to Dallas Goedert. Absolutely bonkers play by Jalen Hurts. You're going to have a lot of guys crossing the middle right here, and then you have Devontae Smith coming on the out route. So everything is going to be collected to the right side here. And Ken Gainwell is going to be coming here on an angle and then over across the middle. Now, Dallas Goedert, as he's coming across right here, so he's going to be looking back at that point to see that Jalen Hurts is scrambling. So he's going to try to like get open at that point. So Jalen Hurts sees him right here. He sees that Keanu Neal has the back turned towards him, and so he places it to the right side of Keanu Neal and throwing Dallas Goedert open where only his guy can get it. It's even more pretty when you see it here in the box view, where you're going to see the pressure's a little bit there on the sides, steps up really nicely, comes out, throws a beautiful ball, terrific touchdown. Man coverage for the Falcons. Playing cover 0 actually, and then they have guys over the middle instead who are ready to pick off anything here. You have Dallas Goedert man deep against the safety here. Really good timing throw from Jalen Hurts. The ball is getting out of his hand there before Dallas makes the break. So the ball is right there for him as he turns, gets a first down, gets out of bounds. This is the touchdown to Kenneth Gainwell that was called back on a legal man downfield. I really like this play because there are two options to it. One, there's the speed out here as Hurts is rolling out. So you have Rager, who's he's doing a sprint outside. If this guy doesn't travel, there's an easy touchdown to him. But as that is not open, you still have the shovel pass option there for getting Gainwell. Hits that touchdown, they still call it back. This is one of the best plays of the day for Jalen Hurts, aside from maybe the touchdown to Dallas Goddard. That's because he has rush. He has an extra rusher here, cover two for Atlanta, and there's pressure off the sides, and he just casually steps into the pocket and then finds Devontae Smith coming over the middle right there on a curl route, and he identifies him well. He puts it right where it has to, in between the curl defenders, and that is the advantage when there's no three-hole guy right there, as it would have been if they were in 5-2, cover two, where they had five guys underneath. But he right there, he rips it to the left side of the backer here, so he can make a play on the ball. Really good play. Out of Texas formation here into the three receiver side, we have two sets and one skinny post. To the top, we have a slant flat combination. And the slant flat combination up here, Devontae Smith is reading this, and he's doing a nice job of it. He's going to key on the cornerback right here, on the nickel cornerback. He's going to see, all right, is he playing man or is he playing zone here? And that is what Hurts is keying on as well. If this guy is playing, if he's playing man on Miles Sanders and he's rushing out there, he wants to try to get the pick on him. So Hurts can dump this off to Miles Sanders and let him run deep. If it's zone, which it is right here, he's keying, like Devontae is reading this guy is trying to get to the flat. So he wants to just take an inside skip right there from him, sit in between the flat and hook the curl. And that presents an opportunity for Hurts to deliver this ball and get the first down on third down. This is the exact same play, actually, but you have the running back flexed outside, and he's just running deep. You got the same routes here. Sit, skinny post, and then Devontae Smith sitting across the middle there as well. He sits in between the flat and hooked curl, does a good job of that. Hurts sees it and gains some easy yards. Very next play, so we got three in a row here, and I want you to have a guess at what you think this play is going to be. You guessed it. You have two guys sitting across the middle. You have a skinny post. Then you have a guy go deep, and you have Devontae Smith coming across the middle one more time. They know this is zone. They've been playing zone all the time. This time he's just going to come up here and sit at a deeper, in a deeper area in between the hook to curl, and the hook to curl three hole and the flat defender right here. Gets it off to Devontae. Easy completion. They're just toying with them at this point because it's the same thing. Two across the middle, one skinny post, and then deep guy. Devontae Smith this time is going to be running an out route instead. So he's gaining leverage on the nickel defender right here, coming out there and catching the ball in the flat. So here we have a cover one man for Falcons. And this time we have a curl route. We have two guys going deep, and we have a crossover over the middle. So like a bunch of curl beating routes. A bunch of man beating routes right here. A lot of options for Hurts to go to. You have Dallas Goedert come across the middle there. A little bit tight coverage, but he's eventually going to get open. You also have an opportunity to throw the ball deep to only the two guys here. Both Quez and Devontae have a step on their guy and can accelerate. So if you want to do that, you can look off the safety and you can take a shot deep if you're comfortable with that. But also Jalen Reagor runs a really good curl route in the bottom, so Hurts makes a good throw to him, good timing throw, and gets a first down. Can't complain. Cover two for Atlanta. You're gonna have these two guys sitting across the middle again, a skinny post, and then you have the out route here, deep out from the tight end to the top, and then your running back's going to the flat here. What you want to happen here is the key on the flat defender who's right there. You want to see how far he gets depth. If he's going up on the running back, you have an opportunity to throw this deep out. If he doesn't, if he gains depth as much as he does right here, you throw it to the running back and let him work for some yards there. Good read by Hurts. Eagles running curl streaks here. So you got two curls to the outside wide receivers. You have two streaks in the middle. And Falcons are coming here. They're playing cover three. So what you want to key on is whether you're playing cover two or cover three in this situation. And also, of course, if you're playing man, you have some opportunities there in the outside with the curls. If you're playing cover three, you're gonna have one of the cornerbacks go deep, and so the flat defender is likely gonna come from the inside. He has to respect the seam that is out there and sort of reroute him, and that leaves an opening for the curl defender. And that is exactly what we're seeing right here. You have a flat defender right here, and you have a deep defender here. So this dude has to get to the flat. He doesn't because he sees Dallas Goedert is running straight up the middle, so he wants to reroute him. That leaves a little bit of an opening there for Devontae Smith. Also, this guy isn't really rerouting outside. I don't know what he's doing. But you see the outside cornerback right here. He's going to travel with Dallas Goedert. So as Jalen Hurts is coming out here on the scramble drill, you got to throw this ball to Devontae Smith. That's an easy first down right there for him on the run. Has plenty of space. So he gets some positive yards, but it could have been much better and much easier. Falcons trying to deceive Hurts here and sort of create confusion by a lot of moving pieces around here in this cover three. The deep safety here is actually going to be playing the flat. Hurts identifies that really well and gets the ball out to his tight end to get some easy yards there. It plans to playing cover two here, send an extra guy in pressure. This dude at the top is going to play man because there's no other receivers to that side, only one. So he's in man coverage, too deep. And Falcons, like I said, sending pressure here, gets to Hurts. It escapes really nicely from it. There's nobody really open at the time where he is escaping the pocket. You see that Devontae Smith gets wide open down here. Down the sideline. You still have 6 yards to see that and throw the ball, and he remains open. Hurst is focused on getting the first down. On third down, you can understand why he does that. It's just to say that there is an opportunity downfield. If you're more comfortable just getting the first down than moving the chains, that's fine, but the throw is there to be made. 4 verticals for the Eagles against cover 2, and this one is also one I'd like Hurst to throw. You have I don't know who it is. Maybe it's Greg Ward running here at the slot, and he is the guy that the 3-hole defender will be keying on. You have the safety here. He wants to split. He wants to split. But this is the as you're to the field side up here. There's naturally more space to work with. Gun this one right in there in the end zone where the safeties can't get there. In between the triangle here of the 3-hole defender and the 2 guys deep. Hurts is getting pressured on the play. Let's take a look at the pocket here instead. Yeah, so you have the blitzer coming there in 22. He actually gets picked up nicely. Hurts panics a little bit at that situation. The blitz gets picked up by Samalo. He's standing there, just gun it down there in the end zone. Still can't fault him for it. Gets a first down. I mean, shit. I mean, he does good. He does good stuff here with these runs, but there are plays to be made down the field. Falcons once again running this disguise cover 2 where they're blitzing the nickel cornerback over here. And the nickel here will be going deep instead, and the deep safety will be coming up and covering the flat. And this is where Hurts' pocket mobility really shines through, making that guy miss, and then finding the space out there to the flat where the deep safety is supposed to be coming from. So he's supposed to come from here, right? So that's a long ass way. He's also a little bit delayed. Gets it out there for Rager for some good yards. Falcons playing cover 1 man, and Hurts gets pressured immediately on this rep right here. So, like right there, he already sees the pass rush coming up. So when he steps in the pocket here, he goes into a little bit of a panic mode. He could just have stopped right there, and then surveyed the field. He could have found Devontae Smith open across the middle. He rolls out there to a side where there's really no one there. Everything is going to be really dragging towards the right side. But it's really unfortunate because this dude has no idea that he's in man. Everyone's playing man. He's man, he's man, he's man. And then you have 2 guys in zone over the middle. And he is wide open right here because the safety thinks he has him and he can travel slowly over there. But you can just gun that one in there, and that's an easy touchdown for Quest, I believe. Falcons sending pressure here in cover 3 down the field here. So you have a 2 levels concept with the tight end coming to the flat here. Devontae Smith splitting the flat and the deep zone here. So there's a really good gap there to throw the ball into. Hurts does not have the time to do that because they are pressuring up in the middle. So he knows he's hot at that point, has to get rid of the ball. Does that, gets it there to the motion man. See the pressure up there in the middle, and then you let your guys see what you can get. Keeper right here. Really good setup here for the Eagles. And Dallas Goedert coming across here as the lead blocker with Ortega Whiteside absolutely obliterating this cornerback. And then Dallas Goedert being the lead blocker, gets the first down. Really good play. Cover 2 for the Falcons. And so Hurts reached this really nicely. As you have a seam coming up here, that is going to disturb the curl defender. You have the route down here from the outside wide receiver that disturbs the flat defender, occupies those 2 guys. And so there's a little delay here from the running back from Miles Sanders coming out the backfield. And at that point, you already have delayed both the flat and the curl defender, so he has some space to work with and get some yards. I think on this rep, Jalen Hurts panics a little bit because Falcons are showing blitz right here, and it's being called out pre-snap, so he thinks he's hot. He thinks he has to get rid of the ball quickly. He has Kenneth Gainwell coming across the middle here. He has a deep out from Dallas Goedert, and then a deep guy here at the top. I don't know who that is. The Falcons are playing cover 2 So it's set up nicely to throw the ball here to the outright. You can place it a little bit deep in between the flat defender and the deep defender. You can even gun this one into the outside receiver at the top, and you would have a good gain there as well. Um, and I think Hertz is a little bit surprised about how much time he actually has. It's also a weird blitz from this dude because it looks like he's coming. He's going to peel to the running back. Oh, he remembers, all right, I don't have to do that. He's going to go for the quarterback anyway. So, like, you can make these throws because the cornerback is so slow in his blitz. But other than that, it's a good decision. If you have a guy just rushing straight for you, just get the ball out, get it out. You're hot, and then take the next play. See what your guy can get in open field. So can't complain about it. Um, but there are guys open down the field. Atlanta playing cover three. Jalen Hurts gets pressured rather quickly on this rep here. Has some pressure off to the side. Scrambles out relevantly. Getting pushed a little back there in the middle. So as he's coming out there, you got Devontae Smith. Really nice scramble drill from Smith, getting open and seeing his quarterback is scrambling out, but the ball gets deflected. Falcons coming with the nickel blitz right here. They're in cover two. Don't have the three-hole defender here, but they're still playing four underneath and two deep. Hurts does a good job realizing he's hot here. The cornerback is coming from this side, so you know, all right, it's going to be one less guy to this side. Check the ball down to your easiest option. That is running back here. Can't really get the ball off to him. He's in an awkward angle from the blitz. But the idea is right from Hurts and handling the blitz in this situation. Touchdown pass to Devontae Smith. Does a real good job here of anticipating the pick play. So as soon as the pick comes in there, he puts the lob on it, finesse touch, but right where it has to be for Devontae. This next play here is a zone clearer. You can tell it's designed to get to the running back. It's kind of clever here because you're going to have two guys going to the flat. You're going to have two guys sitting over the middle. And what that does when you're in the cover two like you are here is that the curl guys are going to be sitting with the guys over the middle. And then the two flat routes that are coming out here are going to be traveled with the flat defenders naturally. So the running back has a lot of space there over the middle. And Hurts tries to get that ball to him. And so he can work a little bit after the catch. Unfortunately, ball gets batted. Talked about this one in the Devontae Smith video, and that is a cover one man situation where you have Devontae running a slant, gets good separation against Fabian Monroe here, good outside step, and he's coming in there. You want Hurts to put this ball ahead of Devontae so he can outstretch his arms and catch it, and in that way, the cornerback Fabian won't have a chance to get his hands on the ball because this ball is a little bit behind. It's on the body of Devontae, a little bit behind, and what that does is Fabian has a chance to outstretch his arm and then knock the ball away um, as it's coming towards Devontae. So a little bit better accuracy. Putting the ball just in front of Devontae would allow him to catch this ball and run for it afterwards. Really like the concept for the Eagles on this fourth down attempt. It's against cover two, and the Eagles have two crossers shallow, two crossers deep, then one guy going deep down here at the bottom. And what this does is that it forces the safeties to make a decision. So the two guys that are crossing shallow is the running back and the tight end to the top side. And then you have two crossers deep. Now, the three-hole defender actually does a pretty good job here of carrying one of the deep crossers from the middle here. He actually does a fine job to this linebacker. But this safety has to respect the outside receiver running a deep route right here. So he can't just travel inside with the tight end coming here. And so his responsibility is to key on the safety and then see towards the middle. So Hurts will be able to gun this down the middle. There'll be a wide open gap right there in between the safeties to throw this to. Hurts feels like he's getting pressured on this play, and yeah, he does. Like both of his tackles are getting pushed back a little bit initially, but this is where you'd like to see him step up into the pocket. So because everything that's happening on the play is going to happen right there in the middle. If you're running to one side here, you're limiting into two of the crossers that are coming there, and none of those guys get open. So the play blows dead at that point. But I really like the concept for Nick Sirianni to be drawn up here. Man coverage. You have Dallas Goedert down here at the bottom running a curl route. A little bit of miscommunication at the point here. The ball doesn't really get where it has to. See right there, it's a little bit behind Dallas Goedert. Maybe Hurst expects him to cut back a little bit earlier. Maybe Dallas thinks that he's getting held a little bit of the play. He is calling for a flag there. Maybe he doesn't get as far back as he'd like to because he's being held. But either way, ball doesn't get there. Bubble screen to Quest Watkins here. Most important thing is just put it right in front of him so he can keep sprinting as soon as he catches the ball. He does that well. Easy pass. Another bubble screen, another easy pass, but still got to put it right where it has to be. He does exactly that to allow Quest to keep running as soon as he catches it. Play action fake inside split zone. So you have the tight end here. He's gonna split to the right side. Everyone else zone block to the left. Really good fake. Pull the trigger. And then you just rely on your guy to make a guy miss out there. Zone read. Key on the defensive end right here as he's crashing. In the middle, you keep the ball to yourself. And if he isn't crashing in line, if he's keying on the quarterback, you pass it on to the running back instead. It's a good job by Hurts here. See it from the box as well. Nothing too fancy. Easy read. Screen pass for Dallas Goddard. Easy for Hurts to execute. Screen for Miles Sanders. Easy as well. Well, puts where it has to. So unfortunately, the rest of the fourth quarter here, the remaining 6 minutes or so, are not on Game Pass. All 22, for some reason, they just can't seem to get it right ever. So looked at the rest of the broadcast view. There's really nothing to take away from it. There are no concepts to really take something away from. But what I do want to point out is on the Jalen Rager screen right here, you see a defender right there on top of Jalen Hurts' feet, and we talked about these screens being easy completions throughout the game. That one is not easy to complete, and he still puts it right on the money for Jalen Rager, where he can just catch it and go. And that if you saw Carson Wentz last year, that is by no means given that your quarterback can put it right where it has to be, where the receiver can just catch it and go. So that was good to see.